214 be 10-8.
Alright, I'm just gonna take out my Bluetooth here real quick.
Sound muted.
Forward.
Alright, sir. Just give me 1 second. Alright, if you could just reduce your voice to a whisper for me.
Already done.
Alright, so I'm just gonna start this body cam here real quick. So, like I said, my badge number is 311, Sergeant Snow Kennedy with the Los Santos Police Department. Could I go ahead with start with your first and last name, please, sir?
Yes, my name is Titus Terry.
How you doing, Mr. Terry?
Not so good, Captain. I had a bad day.
Okay, would you care to explain further?
So last night there was 80s themed party at Bahama Mama.
Yep, we've got several 911 calls related to that area.
Okay. So, basically, I go in there with friends outside. We go in to have a nice time, dance around. I saw officer and I thought it was a little strange, okay? No biggie. Maybe he's there at the police party, So the music's bumping, friends dancing, and I see 4 men in corner of eye off at table. I see one of them pull out a small white bag and dump a substance on table, so I walk over, about 10 yards away or so. I pull out phone to start recording because I don't know what's going on and officer is sitting down with. Sure enough, all 3 men and officer start doing lines of cocaine. I have it all recorded on phone. I stop recording to walk away because I no longer feel safe.
Yep.
Officer gets up, tries to approach me, actually punches wife outside, and then
He punched her
we
wife.
dispersed party. I don't know the accident, like muscle reflex, but he still punched her and didn't even say sorry.
Oh.
Anyway, he tries to get me to come over multiple times, but I did not feel safe at the time, so we are going to disperse party. Go home. Everyone was going home. I was not able to drive, but the wife had not drank anything, so she was going to drive for us. As soon as I step outside, he slaps handcuffs on, says public intoxication, you are being detained. Walks me over to side of building, does not let anyone else over. On side of building, he tells me, I know you took video of something that happened in there. I just want to tell you, I could have busted you earlier because you were selling narcotics. I told him, sir, you have no evidence, no probable cause, I had nothing on me. He's like, no, you are around the same area. I can bust you for selling narcotics right now if you don't delete that video. I said, listen, I run church organization. I was down there trying to gather new people. I tried to turn lives around. I did not get involved with narcotics. He was not having it. All of a sudden, more police officers roll up. He stops talking. They walk over. He says, no, you guys get away. I can handle this. I ask him to unhandcuff me so I can walk away, and I start walking towards other officers. At this point, he runs away, gets in cop car, and drives off.
Okay, very, very, very interesting. Did he at any point in time state his badge number or his name?
I know a name from earlier today. It slips mind right now. But if I go back to dash cam inside van, he did pull over, so I can go back there too.
Okay, so you would be able
He
to
was
provide.
PD though.
Say again.
He was the LSPD.
Okay, do you know what type of unit he was driving or his rank?
And not rank. He was driving either the Ford Taurus or Charger. I can't remember.
Okay.
It was dark.
Okay. But just to verify that you can, in fact, prove his badge number or at least his first and last name.
I can.
Alright, perfect. This is definitely a very troubling report. Not just for the department, but for you as yourself, because that you had to go through this. And on behalf of the Los Santos Police Department, I apologize. It is definitely not how we
It's
conduct
not bad.
the SOP, and it's not how we wish to be viewed as a police department. Doing drugs in any form of manner, especially when in uniform, is definitely against our SOPs, including unlawfully arresting. However, public intoxication, he could give him justification to do so. However, the officer, I know for a fact, did not call that in. There was an incident that now makes more sense because it is my responsibility to maintain RTO, and I had a bit of a question as why an officer in question had called off 3 officers that were headed to that location, and then about 5 minutes later, he requested for additional. So I'm rather curious, and I also had an officer who asked me privately to ask some questions. So that is more of an internal matter, and I will go ahead and conduct my investigation from here. However, if you do have information or recordings as evidence, I would like you to submit that to me via the Discordia app, so that we can take the appropriate measures to
I can do
further
in
investigate.
311, correct?
That is correct. Yes, Sergeant Snow Kennedy.
Okay. I can do.
Yeah, my Discordia app also goes with Ultra Pro.
Okay, yeah, that's easier to find then.
All right. At this time, I would also be careful. Not saying that. I'm not trying to put you, make you scared or anything. But if this officer has, pulled you off to the side because he or thinks that you have damning evidence that could jeopardize his career, I'm not saying that he will, but maybe potentially he may have, maybe more or less a hit or a target on you. So that being
shit.
said, I will go ahead and give you my personal contact number. If at any time you feel that you're unsafe, you can go ahead and contact the LSPD department directly via 911, because that sends and alerts all police officers. I'm not sure if you meant to do that, sir.
And I need to write down
Oh,
everything, like the important information that you said. And I'm just copying down phone number and then transfer it.
in my eyes, it looks like you're lifting weights, sir.
Oh shit, I've had the same problem all day where people looks like they're smoking, but in my eyes they look like they are fishing. So I don't know if it's me or what's going on. I think it's me, but we'll try to figure out. I'm going to put my notepad away. I don't know if I dropped weights, but I put the notepad away.
It's a very interesting notepad you carry around, sir. I will not judge.
Thank you. No, it's like 125 pounds.
All right. Give me a second. Alright, just making sure the officers at the station weren't the one in question. Okay, perfect. Yes, definitely send me that information so that I can go ahead and do up a formal report, and I will pass that up through to my superiors.
Alright, I appreciate.
Not a problem, sir. Thank you for your report, and I apologize for any inconvenience or any doubt that you may have now with the Los Santos Police Department, but I assure you that that's not how we conduct our policies or procedures here in the city.
One bad apple does not spoil crop,
I'm glad that you've taken it that way. All right, Mr. Terry, thank you very much again for your cooperation with the Los Santos Police Department. You have yourself a good night.
You as well, sir. Thank you.
No problem.
Sound resumed.
311 dispatch. Do we have any units patrolling near Bahama Mamas?
Did you put a bowl out for that red Lamborghini? Keep an eye out for it.
10-4-3-3-2. Are you avail?
10-9?
Are you 10-8?
10-4.
10-4. Do you want to patrol Bahama Mamas with me? They got another party going on.
10-4, 10-19.
10-4. Are you still rolling interceptor?
10-4, you rolling interceptor?
My cars are
No,
locked,
I'm
so
gonna
I'm
put
just
it
going
away.
to keep them here. It's not the lock is not seem to be working, so I
Oh.
guess I just ride with friends.
Which one's yours?
311.
Yeah,
Would you like to
both.
take a
That's
cadet?
why I think problem. I locked both because
10-4,
I didn't
that's
want
fine.
anyone getting into any
10-4.
of them. So
Sorry, my Bluetooth just
276 is
absolutely
gonna go
exploded.
motor 1.
they're both mine. She's driving that one, and I'm driving that one. But I pulled both out and locked both of them.
Oh, both the doors are locked. Tyler, could you go ahead and unlock this BMW for me real quick? I'm gonna get the other one, and then we'll head over to Bahamas.
Oh my god.
214, 311 direct.
My eyes are so messed
I'll
up.
send
It
it.
looks like you swan
You want me
dive
to
into
patrol that
car.
area too, or stay up in Vespucci?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can go ahead and patrol over there. Head over with 332.
10-4 be 19.
10-4.
Perfect.
Alright, unlock on this side and then I'll try to get in. Okay, good.
There you go, miss. It should hopefully be all
Alright, I
fixed up for
appreciate
you.
it so much.
Ah, thank you.
Oh,
Not
now
a
your
problem. You
car's
have yourself a
unlocked.
good night.
Alright, Kennedy, you're driving first. I'll get rid of this, alright?
No,
We'll go there.
I've had more than enough patrols in this, and I'm gonna take a cadet. So you rock the thing.
Okay. What you call it? Is there a reason we're doing this? Like, give me a little bit more info. What is this for?
For the Stangs or for the
Yeah.
patrol?
No, for the escorts. Why are we escorting?
No, we're not escorting. We're patrolling that area. Basically
is there
because
crime activity? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
no, there's a party going on there right now, and I got a text notifying that there is.
Did
So
you see
let's.
that, though?
No, what happened?
My eyes playing tricks. Did you just see that? The car literally just went 220 miles per hour past that bridge and just flew by my screen. My eyes. That
I'm-
car right there, the
216,
white one,
311 direct.
and it's still speeding.
It's quite possible. My RTO's been blowing up all night. I can't even keep track, man. Yeah, go ahead. Just patrol that area. Make sure there's no activity. You have to do one pass by on foot patrol. That's fine too. Send it.
You're my, I'm gonna be 1014 with you, correct?
10-4.
10-4, I'm gonna be waiting in front of MRPD.
Advise 276 be now motor 1.
10-4. 216, 25 at the garage.
Hey Sarge, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Not too bad. Got my second arrest of the day.
Nicely done. Nicely done. No,
Pretty good.
sounds like you're doing pretty good too.
Thank you, thank you.
276 is gonna be attempting to catch up with a white in color BMW.
Yeah, these people out here, I don't know why, you know, they have enough money to pay the
Negative
fines.
plate
Why the
check
hell don't they
on,
just go buy a
the
car?
vehicle.
You know what I mean?
Send it.
It's gonna be 20. India Papa Union 259.
Stand by. Plate's gonna come back to a Aubrey Drake Graham. Stand by. I'll run that for you. Be advised, he's gonna have one prior for vehicle theft, assault on an LEO, and felony evasion.
34.
Sorry about that. I'm back. When I go to my MDT, my ears get blocked.
Oh, you're fine, man, you're fine. Yeah, I don't know why people steal cars. Like, if they have the money to pay the fines, why can't they just go buy a cheap car or a motorcycle or something?
Yeah, no, this is true. It's the worst fucking garage. Whoever designed that, I'm telling you. Let's put a speed bump at the top of the
I don't know why they
fucking
put like
Christ.
they put like a 45% incline right outside. Doesn't even make sense.
I'm just gonna go ahead
I mean,
and
we're
kill
not
my
driving
radar
cars
here real
here.
quick. We may 10-7 here quick for refuel, but if you want to call us 1041, what is that guy doing?
5223, the Bahama Mamas.
I'll call it. $216. We're gonna have a 1080 in progress northbound Elgin Ave. It's gonna be a black Dodge Demon in reverse. Speeds around 50 miles an hour.
Just keep updating the 20s.
Gonna be continuing northbound Elgin. Vehicle's now gonna be in opposite lanes. We're gonna be continuing northbound Elgin. D10-0.
I'm not 100% sure if he would have taken to the highway or not. The fucking civilian just would not stop. Yeah, negative lost visual at this time.
It's gonna be 10-0.
Last scene.
Last seen northbound Elgin.
You know, I'm all for the
Go ahead and throw the bolo in.
yeah 10-4. I should have got the plate thing up. I just fucking what a night. No, like I'm all for like the realism. I'm not gonna just sit there and fucking ram through a civil, you know, a local or anything like that. Like, I did my best to avoid it. And
Well, I like the guy going in reverse. That was pretty funny. That would have been really good if he would have kept doing that, or even if he would have gone at a proper speed. But once he did that 180 and took off, I knew he was gone.
yeah, if it wasn't for that local, I figured he would have stopped with the lights, but it didn't. Wow, my phone was ever blowing up here. Give me a second. All officers, we have a priority call. Be advised, one individual is held hostage. Stand by for location. Gentleman was last seen at the BCSO Sheriff's Department. I believe that Officer 210 has gone rogue. Currently had a police investigation rendezvoused at the Mission Road Police Department before. Requesting all officers to patrol BCSO County area and locate the individuals immediately. Priority traffic, signal 100 in progress.
276 1019 code 3.
32, same traffic.
214, same traffic.
Make sure you got your buckle on.
Yes, sir. And Bolo has been sent out for that Dodge Demon. But no, I was trying to make sure I had all the charges right.
Traffic southbound Route 68 forward door BMW M5. No additional is required.
Revised 310, you have a car watching you from the other side.
10-4.
So what seems to be what is this call? I heard something about kidnapping.
10-4. Stand by.
214 code 0.
You guys good?
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. The individual's messaging me right now. Apparently he's fleeing from the cop 210.
Way to stick with you or go to
Yeah,
BCSO?
yeah.
Dispatch, I got a vehicle to my left-hand side of the road. Just watch, can I request an additional 1036 for my safety?
276.
10-4, what's your 20?
20 is going to be East Route 68, right in front of roughly 0.2 miles ahead of the Yellow Jack.
10-4, 276, rendezvous with that. Additional officers rendezvous at MRPD at this time. So yeah, basically, we have a rogue officer, and I'm trying not to break things, so...
What do you mean by a rogue officer?
Corruption. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this at this time, hold on. Tyler, I'm gonna need you to go to 276 location. The guy's wife is currently pulled over by 210.
10. Maybe Route 68?
I think we should probably just go put 210 into custody at this point. Let me get a quick statement from the guy inside.
What?
Mr. Terry, Los Santos Police Department.
Oh my god.
Okay, you're gonna come with
Oh
us,
my
okay,
God,
for the
alright.
safety and your protection. We're gonna go rendezvous. The officer, I think, is on scene with your wife, like you proclaimed. We're gonna go send an additional unit there now. We're gonna respond as quick as we can, okay?
My friend just, he called me, he said he kicked her car.
Wait, Sergeant, who's kidnapped?
This
Not
gentleman,
kidnapped, but
I'll
pulled
explain
over.
further. We're gonna go rendezvous at 276 locations where 210 is. We're gonna put 210 into custody.
His name, like,
Did he threaten you,
Nate
sir?
something. No, I ran.
Alright, you're just scared for your safety?
I explained in car, driver.
I have to keep my officers updated, sir, so I kinda need information.
Alright, so I drive, I get to Blaine County, I go down. There's no officer in, he was hiding around back of
10-4, that's enough for me. Yeah, I remember the
go
call now. No,
yeah.
that's enough. We're gonna respond immediately.
We shall be 10-7, 5 mics for fuel.
10-4. 276 status.
Right now, no citation at the moment.
10-4.
Revise, I have a Mustang here. Is that one of us?
10-4. Make sure your seatbelt, sir, is on.
Yeah, that's on, thank you.
Cadet, you're gonna go
214
non-lethal.
dispatch, show me 10-7 en route to Los Santos
Non-lethal 10-4.
PD for refit. P41.
Non-lethal is ready.
Whoops.
Gee, Sarge, a little carried away, aren't you?
All right, 276.
Yep.
Where's 210's location?
He's gonna be right in front of us.
All right, we're gonna perform a code 5. 332. Can you
10-4?
20? Can you 19 at my 20?
23.
Do you know what's going on?
We're going to yeah. He basically, there was a report. I'll explain further, but we are going to perform a code 5 on 210.
Confirm. Confirm.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and pass me on the left.
10-4.
You see those 2 vehicles across the road there parked? Black
Negative.
BMW, blue car.
Negative.
All right, sir. With your right hand, go ahead and throw the keys out the ignition.
God damn it! Puta madre!
With your right hand, go ahead and throw the keys out the ignition. With your left hand, go ahead and open the driver's side door and keep your hands up.
What's this about?
We'll talk about that when we get you out of the vehicle, sir.
Alright.
Go ahead, slowly. Right keys out the window, hands up.
Yeah.
Watch yourself.
God damn it.
Keep the hands up. Go ahead and turn away from my voice.
Fine. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and get down on your knees for me.
I know the procedures.
Down on your knees, sir. Keep your hands up.
Yeah.
All right, cadet, go ahead and in for the cuffs.
We're in the car. Carson, when you clear.
Oh, okay.
95.
10-4. Go ahead and pull him off to the side. Mr. Terry, if you would like to step out of the vehicle, please.
Oh shit.
Is this, in fact, the officer that you were referring to?
That is him.
All right. Can we confirm, can you
That's
go
me,
ahead and
what, man?
attempt to get a hold of your wife and make sure that she's okay?
Yes, try to call, hold on.
Cadet, would you
Hello?
like to go ahead and read the
Alexis?
officer his rights?
Are you
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright, sir,
Stay
it's
safe, I
fine. You
have
have
to
the right
deal
remain
with you.
silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney, or board attorney. One will be appointed to you by the state of San Andreas. You understand your rights?
Yep, I understand my rights, man. I've been through this.
All right. Cadet, would you like to go ahead and put him in the back of my patrol car, please? Make sure you go ahead and conduct a search.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and stand up for me, officer.
Yep, give me 1 sec.
Alright, here, why don't you walk over here with me?
Yep.
Alright. You have, anything besides your, service weapon on you that's gonna focus to me, hurt me?
Yeah, obviously I got my baton, my taser, man.
Tyler, could you go ahead and make sure that his vehicle's secure with those weapons as well, please?
Sorry,
Also
take
got
all your
the M4
weapons
inside
away
the
from you
car.
at this time, alright?
Yeah, that's completely fine. You're also gonna find inside my vehicle, confiscated marijuana.
Alright.
And as well as, I believe, possible opium fields from an undercover investigation.
Alright. All of that will be confiscated as well, sir. You
Yep,
understand that?
that's completely fine. Understood.
Cadet, just make sure that you document everything that you take from him.
Yes, sir. And I assume you're gonna be, you're gonna have your long rifle and such in your vehicle as well.
Yeah, it is gonna be in there.
so let me just make sure I can document everything here.
What a shame, what a shame.
Tyler, could I quickly rendezvous with you? 276, can you make sure that you stay with the cadet and 210?
Sure.
I just want to make sure that we have all the bases covered here.
Get these cars out of the road.
Alright. So since you're the other sergeant on duty, I'm going to update you with what's going on. As you saw, or may not have saw, there was a report earlier where a gentleman asked to speak with a sergeant above. It's in direct relations to 210. I went ahead and sent off a message. That's when he requested to speak to me in private in a separate channel and asked me how far I was willing to go to protect a fellow law enforcement officer. And I said, you know, I'm here to uphold the law. You know, nobody is above the law. I'm here to do my job. If he did something wrong, you know, he should at least tell me. But he didn't know whose side I was on. You know, he talked about G&D undercover and stuff like that. That may be so, but however, he is not qualified, as you do know, because he does not have the tag to conduct G&D operations. But with that being said, I basically told him if he did something illegal that breaks the SOP, regardless if it's himself, myself, the assistant chief of police, or chief of police, however, I will still hold them accountable by the law, because nobody is above the law. So he did not want to tell me exactly what happened. Well, earlier at Bahama Mamas, the gentleman was seen by Mr. Titus over here, and he was doing lines of cocaine. And basically the officer approached him, and he basically wanted to take him outside. He said no, because he was a bit scared at that point, but he had started recording. So I asked him to send me all the evidence that he did have. However, when you guys stepped outside, the officer placed him under arrest. I don't know if you recall, but there was an incident at Bahama Mamas where 3 officers basically were going to respond, and he called them off. And I basically said, why did we 22 that? Well, basically, at that point...
Sergeant.
Yep.
I'd like to know what the officer had on him. I have a full list.
I need that well documented, and I need that sent to me via the Discordia app, because this is a serious matter. So with that being said...
I have,
Yep. Yeah, make sure you give me everything exactly in detail. So with that being said, when he stepped outside, he placed him under arrest into custody, proclaimed public intoxication, and then that's when he called for 36 because things started to get a little bit irate, and I guess apparently a few officers approached him and he said that he had the situation under control. However, that's when anyway, so I got that information from him, so basically he knew that he had that information, so when I got to rendezvous with him at the police department, I got his official reports and information, and I told him, you know, to be careful because the guy may take a hit on him. Well, apparently there was a call out at BCSO for a lawyer, and 210 had set up an ambush to try to catch him, so to speak. He saw him hiding. There was nobody there. As you all know, none of us were there at the BCSO Sheriff's Department. And basically that's when he feared for his life, so he started to run because he feared that 210 may take different measures. So I think you can understand that I've exercised my right as a law enforcement officer to uphold the law and safety of the citizen, and I do believe that 210 has broken police SOP, and that is why he's currently been placed under arrest and will have to submit a formal report. I just wanted to update you and put you on the same page as I am.
Understood, loud and clear.
Do you feel that I have acted appropriately?
I'd agree with you, honestly, on every point you've made.
Alright.
If that's true what you've been saying, then yeah, he's...
Yeah, that's all, I have all that evidence. Alright, perfect. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take him down to the station, and fuck, man, I don't even know, I've never ever had to deal with this before, man. It's like fucking... But yeah, so we're gonna take him down to the station. He did have, in fact, the possession...
honestly, at this point, you can hold him. Put him in holding.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, I wish I could get a hold of a superior right now, but, I mean, we do have to, he is gonna be placed under arrest, and obviously, well, I guess you would have to say stripped of his, so-called rank. I don't know if I have the power to actually,
I kind of wish you would have told me about this
It's
before
very-
I helped this gentleman.
No, it was very difficult. We got back to the station to help him, and then we found out that basically the traffic stop that he was conducting here was in fact his wife. So I had very serious concern that he may try to kidnap his wife and hold that as a hostage. So I know it was difficult to use RTO channel
Could've
over,
went bad
but
for me too.
well, that's it. That's why I had that's why Tyler came back up here, and that's why you asked why is there an additional officer. I made sure to
Okay.
send an additional here to make sure that you had backup on scene. Oh boy.
Because I thought he was gonna have her get out, put her in handcuffs, and take her in.
Yeah, that's probably his
After we take
intention.
down Nate,
Okay.
have to strip him, probably keep him in a cell for further investigation.
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly. Yeah, it'll be for pending further investigation. But at this time, I don't think we can actually release him until we get to the bottom of
reason? Do we know the reason why he's trying to kill this gentleman here?
it. Yes, I explained that to Tyler before you had actually arrived up. There was an incident over at Bahama Mamas where the gentleman saw an officer in the club, and he thought it was weird that they had some drugs on the table and they were doing cocaine. So he was recording that, and the officer found out that he was in fact recording, and he's been making advances and trying to get him, so to speak.
Nate's trying to say that he's G&D, trying to say that those drugs are not for him, but he's not G&D qualified.
That's just it. He's not. He's not.
Actually,
Go ahead.
You know, when I searched the officer's vehicle and his person, I found multiple weapons that I believe are restricted to G&D and SWAT personnel only, such as SMG.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm glad that you
I
have.
also found,
So this might be G&D issue, because he might be
also
G&D
found,
undercover, deep
marijuana,
cover, something
opium.
like that.
baggy.
Well,
If
let me just say this.
I do believe that he's in the G&D roster.
According to his tags in
Yeah, so-
Discordia, it's not, and however, he is not an active lead detective or assistant lead detective, so he cannot activate G&D, and all G&D has to be activated and notified to the superior officer that's currently on the RTO, and none of that was conducted, so there's so many SOPs that have been broken.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was deep cover or something
Even
like
if
that.
he was deep cover in G&D, right? The whole fact that he tried to catch this guy, and the fact that he actually approached me privately and asked me how far I was willing to go to protect my fellow law enforcement officers, I told him that as long as they were not breaking the law, then yes. But if they're breaking the law, it doesn't matter if it's myself, the assistant chief of police, or the chief of police. Then they will be held accountable by the full extent of the law, and I will exercise my right as a law enforcement officer to uphold the law.
Okay.
It's a sticky situation. I
Sorry,
know we've
quick
never had
review.
anything like this before. It's a lot to take in, but
So, apparently the lawyer over there said that he runs for gang.
say again.
Apparently the lawyer said that the officer runs with a gang, and
Well, we'll get further information. We'll go ahead and interview Titus Terry down at the station, including his wife, if we can get a hold of her, as well as we'll conduct an interview with Nate and see what he has to say. So I'll definitely request you, Tyler, there with my presence, and possibly
Do you need me there to
yeah,
hold the
yourself,
camera?
yeah, yourself as well, 276, and probably one other officer to interview Titus and his wife. So we'll rendezvous back at the Mission Row Police Department.
10-4.
Yeah, I have a-
Or
So you
I'll
want
work on while we're on the way down there, sir. I'll go ahead and work up this
Yeah,
list
he's
and
the one that's
send
in
you the report.
10-4.
So I'm gonna be in my head. You know, my ears kind of get blocked out whenever I'm in my Discordia.
No problem.
be advised that someone was asking for Mr. Nate at the Sandy Shores. He
10-4.
might be still there. I'll go there and talk to him if they're there. Then I'll 25 with you at Mission Row.
10-4.
Alright. That if you can follow me.
Yep, 10-4. 276, that was a car right there just past us.
And 4.
Alright, Sarge, that list has been sent to you on the Discordia app.
Alright, perfect, thank you.
Advised 11. I have another witnesses down that were supposedly helping him.
Be advised, those shots, all those shots are in Mission Row PD.
10-4. 276 gonna be 1019.
10-4-3-2-2, can you go ahead and clear mission room?
10-4, gonna be 1019 code 2.
.214 be 10-8, 19 back to the city.
10-4, can you 19 to Mission Row Police Department?
10-4.
Want me to go assisting clearing, sir?
I'm gonna need you with me.
10-4.
Who's the patrol car on my 6?
It's gonna be 353. I'm gonna have the Titus Terry and
10-4. Just 20 with me to the rear, and then you can 19 to the front.
10-4. And you want me to bring him to the front?
10-4.
Are we clearing Mr. Rowe?
10-4. Alright, Robbie and the cadet, you guys want to go ahead and clear through the rear? Make sure that the bottom section is
Do you want to bring
clear.
him from the back?
Yeah, go ahead and take
Yes,
Mr. Well, Titus can stay with me at the moment, but make sure that the bottom level of the police department's clear. Mr. Terry, just for your safety, could I ask you that you stay in the patrol car, please?
Check everywhere. It's, if he's corrupt, then might let somebody in.
10-4.
I would, but he's kind of locked.
216
Try again.
353
Try
are
again.
going to be moving in the rear of it. Mission Row.
10-4.
Neat.
Be advised that the captain's office was unlocked.
10-4.
It is clear.
Cells clear, bottom room's clear, office clear.
Back entrance clear.
Clear roof's the only thing left.
I just had a 1050 outside the front door.
We're all good down there, sir.
Alright, did you guys also clear out the processing room?
Mr. Rowe's gonna be clear.
Yes, sir,
10-4, including the
downstairs clear
interrogation
without
room
obstacle.
/ the processing room with the fingerprints?
Unknown. Negative. I'll go into that now.
Roof's clear. Last thing
You mean
left
the
is
downstairs
interrogation
area,
room.
sir?
Alright, go ahead and
Where the cells are?
yeah, can you go ahead and remove him from the cruiser and go ahead and take him
10-4
down into
going in
the
now.
to the cell?
Yeah, no problem. Safety #1 priority.
Robbie, I'm gonna go with him. When you give us 2 mics, and then you can bring him upstairs, okay?
Can't see through my eyes right now.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you bring him back.
214 be advised, I just had a guy steal my cruiser.
Can I
Not
trust you to
responding.
walk in there, man? I feel like I can.
Yeah,
10-4.
you
Was
can
there
trust me for sure.
was there any RP involved?
Negative.
Go.
I appreciate
You
it.
just straight up hopped in it.
Yeah, he wrecked his car right in front of Mission Road PD that there, and then he started running around trying to steal everybody's car, and I was in my cruiser right down the road.
Mission Road's all clear.
I believe that might have already been handled.
10-4.
You guys, you can move them in.
Yeah, Robbie, I think after today I always get to carry pistol no matter what.
Yep.
Back to the bar.
Cadet, just go ahead and leave him in
I know
custody.
the protocol.
Leave him in the cuffs for now, because we're gonna
Come
probably
through
take him
here.
up to the interview room.
Okay, sir.
Ask some further questions. I'm just gonna make sure that the
Yeah. Hello?
Mr. Terry here is upstairs.
Hold on, I
Cadet,
need
can
to
you just
take,
stay here
I
at the
need to
desk?
take phone call real
3533.
Hey,
Yes,
you're
send
to
it.
say, Alexis.
After this whole situation, can I talk?
10-4.
Be advised, 353. Stay with him.
10-4, that's one.
Alright, I went ahead and cleared our RTO and went ahead and muted 210 because he would have lost his radio.
And 4.
Alright, who's the officer currently with Mr. Terry?
Wherever he says, you know.
10-4. Alright, Mr. Terry, can you get a hold of your wife? We're going to do a small interview. You're going to have 2 officers, and we're going to conduct the interview upstairs in the captain's office. Just want you
There's
to...
2 more guys that are going to be coming here, too.
Oh, they're going to have to wait. My
They were
priority...
sent.
Yeah, my priority right now is the interview with Mr. Terry and his wife.
It pertains to that, though.
We'll interview them after. Unless
Alright.
unless you want to take with these, I need just everyone here, like, if you are going to conduct these interviews, I'm going to need detailed reports when it's done, and I'm going to need them sent to the Discordia app.
Hey, Alexis.
It's going to be a 311
Can
Ultra Pro.
you come into Mission Row lobby and
10-4,
wait for a
and
nice
if you need
policeman
anybody
come
to
up?
record, I am here. I am recording at the moment.
10-4.
Same.
Okay.
Alright, go
Alright,
ahead and
should be going to Mission Row lobby.
It's 214. I'm gonna be responding 19 code 3 to that.
10-4. 215, are you 10-8?
The 2 can break off if needed as well.
I would kind of like you, but we do need to get one more officer
That
out on
crossed,
the city. Just for the interview with Nate, I want you... my RTO's going out. Just for the interview with Mr. Nate, I want you present.
Be advised, there's a person upstairs talking. I'm not sure if this is one of Titus Terry's.
10-4, I'm coming up.
Alright, sir, at this time, we're going to take you upstairs for some questions, okay?
Yep, sounds good, man.
Alright, I'm just going to take you by the arm here.
Alright, that's fine. Are you guys gonna read me my rights, or like, what
yeah,
am I being
no.
charged on?
Yeah, the cadet did read you your rights. We're
Well,
gonna,
I'm talking about my charges that
yeah,
that I'm
yeah,
looking
we're
at.
we're definitely gonna bring that up with you. We're just going to conduct an interview and
Okay.
let you know further. Okay, sir.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are there any officers down there with you?
214, show me
Yes,
23.
right here with me. Right here.
So you guys are placing me
You're the
under
gentleman
arrest
I'm
on what
talking
cause?
to downstairs.
Cadet, you can't watch him.
At this
I'm
time,
just
for
looking
possession
for an
of a
officer,
controlled
but
substance,
I don't remember his name.
including
but
with
I
the
know what he
possible
looks
attempt
like.
for attempt kidnapping,
So I was just wondering, like, if he could come up.
Attempted kidnapping?
as well as breaking
I haven't
police
seen
protocols
like,
and SOPs.
Look, he hasn't walked past me recently.
As I said, we are conducting further investigation. These charges are only pending. They're not solid at this
Pick up
time.
the 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. I completely understand. It's protocol.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Alright,
at
sir.
BCSO, yeah, and then he was up there with me, and then he just kind of disappeared, and he just like
214
he said he'd be back in
36
5 minutes,
immediately.
but then I told another female
I'm just
officer,
gonna go
and
ahead
she
and
told
just
me to
release
head
you
down
here,
here
and we'll
and
conduct
wait.
our interview.
Oh, okay. Now
I'm just
I'm.
gonna make sure that they're not yelling. Can you advise anyone who is giving a statement to use the whisper? Alright, Nate, there's a lot of questions that we currently
214
have
this
for
way.
you.
I got a hostage situation going on over at Benny's.
Okay. That's completely fine. That time.
Alright. So there's been some evidence that's been brought forward to myself in regards to some conduct that was conducted at Bahama Mamas. Would you care to explain, or would you like me to tell you?
You can go ahead and explain what are that evidence that has been brought up against me.
The evidence that has been brought up against you, sir, was that you were using cocaine while on duty, sir.
Okay. While on duty.
Dispatch 214. Can I get additional 36, please?
Is that it?
Oh, no, there's more. I was just curious to see what you had to say about that, sir.
I'll give my brief statement on
Radio
once,
check.
I get the charges read to me. That way I can, give you the situation that's going on right
Okay.
now.
You do understand, sir, that with the possession of the drugs and narcotics that were in your possession, that it does require a lead detective or assistant lead detective to activate G&D, sir?
That is completely true unless you have the chief of police authorize you to be an undercover field agent.
The field agent was stripped and removed about 4 or 5 days ago, sir.
That was before. I understand that was before it was stripped and removed.
214
so
shot
you want me to go ahead
1013
and,
at Benny's.
give my statement?
Fired upon.
Oh, if you want to, that's perfectly fine, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. So roughly
10
a
by
week ago,
353.
I was in contact with the chief of police. Me and him made an agreement that I would go undercover, and I would gather information on certain gangs that
Code 99.
came to the city since the ballas were. Hold on, let me go into my inside voice. Can you uncuff me real quick so I can go into my inside voice real quick? Because I keep on hearing other stuff. Wait. God damn it, I didn't even change it. Alright, there we go. It's better. Like I mentioned, 2 weeks ago, I got in contact with Devin Jordan, chief of police. Obviously, me and him came to an agreement that I would be undercover, and he would, by any, as long as it was within the SOP and everything was up to the law, he would,
You get multiple shots farther, and you're gonna need 36 to be autumn.
Conduct such undercover investigations.
Okay, 276,
They
you got
got
it.
a new gang that arrived in town, which is known
216,
as
can you roll 276?
Cartel.
311 is out of character, but I had a glitch with my
this bunch
phone,
of
so I
group of
couldn't return
individuals, when they
fire.
first started into the city, they would be riding around in gold vehicles.
Currently glitch right now.
They said that they were in movies, quote unquote. However, the syndicate actually put me at gunpoint with other individuals just in my undercover investigation. So I continue to investigate and get the names of these individuals, but
It's gonna be opposite down the.
and I've also sent them to the chief of police with these pictures.
It's gonna be
During my undercover
RDM. You just shot me
investigation,
right in the fucking.
well, I've also gathered intel that there's also a new gang in town, which happened to be the Mafia. However, I have not gathered information on them since there hasn't been, they haven't been, I guess, a little bit too routed. They haven't been showing up. So I mainly focused on
Can I have any other
the
venable units
cartel.
to me?
I was able to make contact with
Send the ID
the
number.
person that goes by the
136.
alias of Pastor James. Pastor James had some contacts that
Yeah,
could,
he hit every single shot. He
possibly
knocked
get me in
down in
contact
about
with
under a
the Lost,
second.
the
He
motorcycle
hit every.
gang, and that's how I started building my connections.
216.
Get
Same thing
involved
with all of the.
and obviously infiltrate
216 and
into these gangs.
276 direct.
After the field agent
And
tag was removed,
I am on
I was
foot
brought
on my
on
way
as
to
a
Benny's
police
right now.
officer, and the role was to play as a
Be advised,
quote-unquote
Despawn
crooked
should have
cop.
been banned. He was
So,
previously banned for
I mean,
hacking.
obviously, everything that was done was by the
Yeah,
SOP.
he possibly.
the allegation that was made to me that I used cocaine was a false allegation. Um, I was hanging out with two individuals that I met at Legion Square. I don't know what their name is. I didn't want to come off to them in a strange way, because usually when you start asking a lot of questions, it kind of arises suspicion. So it's very different when someone sees a cop that sees a police officer that doesn't really act like other police officers. So I was just trying to build that relationship. So at the Bahama Mamas, these two individuals, they said that they had cocaine on them, and then they said if I wanted to take obviously snort some white powder, quote unquote, that's the street name out here in Los Santos. So they lined up, they made a line on the table. They said, "All right, ready, man?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Once they did, obviously I put my nose to the table. However, I did not inhale any cocaine. I immediately was wearing my gloves, and I immediately wiped it off as quick as I could.
Guys, I will be
The
right
two other
back.
individuals
1019
had been
to
drinking.
Sherelle.
I let them take shots before that, so they were disoriented. That way they wouldn't notice such quick movement, as obviously their state of mind would have been impaired. Then Mr. Titus, apparently one of the two other guys that I was with said that Mr. Titus was recording. And I questioned Mr. Titus about it. Mr. Titus was under the influence at the time. Once he stepped outside the club, you could see he was walking very wobbly. I then stopped him, questioned him for public intoxication. I asked him what was going on. Then he started getting very hostile towards me. Right now, Mr. Titus, I am suspecting Mr. Titus of being in a ring or in some syndicate of some sort, and having the lawyer tag as some sort of background to protect himself. I believe Mr. Titus is a drug trafficking, drug runner, and is the leader of a syndicate. I have not been able to provide such evidence yet, since my undercover investigation has been cut short. You have any questions for me so far?
No, I'm following. I would like to...
Okay.
Is that where it ends, or does it continue?
No, it continues. So I did, I was, with the guys that I was hanging, I told them, hey, I'm gonna get you. So I told them that, I didn't tell them that I was undercover, but I told them, hey, I'm gonna need a favor from you guys. I'm gonna need to arrest you. I'm gonna need you to make it look like, you're going to need a lawyer. Since they mentioned that Mr. Titus obviously was this big lawyer, and during the last scene, Mr. Titus was last seen leaving 4 locations, which multiple 10-15s went off. Mr. Titus denied any type of allegation, and obviously I didn't see a handoff. However, inside the vehicle, you could smell the odor of marijuana. But I was giving Mr. Titus the definite of the doubt to continue on with my investigation. So when we were at Blaine County Sheriff's Office, Mr. Titus arrives.
You say just to cut you off there, sir. Yep. You said we. Could you give names?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. They're the same 2 guys that I met at Legion Square. Like I said, I don't, I'm not gonna walk up to you and be like, hey man, what's your name, straight up. I'm gonna get to know you, and
so you're saying that you didn't even get their names, and they were offering you cocaine, and you were willing to snort cocaine, and you didn't even know their names, and then you asked for a favor. How did you get in contact with these people without knowing a name, sir?
I did not snort cocaine, first of all. I was not willing to snort cocaine. Obviously, there's a hand maneuver to trick that you're snorting cocaine, but you're really not.
Okay.
Okay. Second of all, I needed more intel on those 2 guys in order for me to proceed with the investigation, so I can know where they got the cocaine from.
So how were you able to get in contact with these gentlemen without knowing a name, sir?
With these gentlemen, actually, I got one on my phone. If I can pull it up, I remember I got his name off on my phone. I forgot. I got it actually at Bahama Mamas.
Okay.
I think he goes by Cameron. Anyways.
Okay.
Moving on. Cameron and his buddy. Obviously, I think I was talking. I'm pretty sure I was talking to Cameron. I told him, look, man, I'm gonna arrest you. Let's let Mr. Titus come, and then I'm gonna speak to Mr. Titus. Obviously, since I am suspecting Mr. Titus of being a drug trafficking and a syndicate leader, I wanted to see the people who he would bring to the Blaine County Sheriff's Office, because with such undercover investigations, I was wearing a eyeglasses. They're called the Google recording eyeglasses that were provided by the police department. They record in 1080p high definition. And that's how I'm able to obviously get license plates and run those license plates, get those names, and start building my family tree, which was the same process that was done to build the case against the Ballas organization that I assisted with the former chief of police, Michael Lloyd.
Okay. And from the location of the BCSO Sheriff's Department, what happened up to leading to the events to your traffic
So
stop?
what happened to the leading to the events? I stepped away. I had to go into my head for 5 minutes. And then I came back. I saw Mr. Titus go inside the cell. Then he noticed the gentleman. He was inside the cell. Then I talked to Mr. Titus. And he said, I asked him, Mr. Titus, are you going to represent your client? He said, no. Not this time. I overheard him say he doesn't need those things at the time. However, I did not pose any type of threat to him. However, a roughly at least 6 to 7 group of members showed up with Mr. Titus, which I doubt is going to be his faculty or staff that works for his office.
Okay.
Hey Nate, let me ask you one more question. You want to tell me what Cameron looks like and his buddy look like? Give me some details. African American, thick eyebrows, eyes color, stuff like that. Things you noticed. You gotta look for someone.
They were white Caucasian male. I know he was wearing. One of them was wearing a suit.
214, yeah, should be 23. No, that's 10
so
something.
They go by saying they're Uber drivers. That's all I know so far, man. So I mean, you can probably get in contact with them saying, hey, you need an Uber. They'll most likely be there for you. They're gonna verify. They're most likely gonna verify the story if you ask them, but they're probably not gonna, not gonna admit it. Because I mean,
red grizzly sitting out
front. You gotta think about if you're out in the streets, especially if you grew up in South Los Santos, Murrieta Heights. You speak, you either get your tongue cut off by the gangs, or it's fucking your death. You know what I'm saying? I've been with the LSPD
Sound muted.
sergeant before, so I know how this shit goes down. I had to leave and then had to come back. Obviously not with the same rank, but it's, still pushing up and forward. But once you're out in the streets, there's just some shit that you gotta watch out. That way you can get you don't die.
No, I totally understand it. It would be wise, though, I mean, if you were conducting these type of things, to at least let a superior officer know, at least on duty, so he at least can provide you assistance, but you never notified me at all during the entire time of your patrol.
I completely understand that. However, it's just right now, the police department, the way that it's currently at, we feel, in my personal opinion, this is what I told the chief, that I feel like that there's some cops that are going to be spreading rumors, and there's probably some cops that probably work for such syndicates and giving them information. But the main goal for me was to play such role as a crooked cop, or seem as the cool cop than the rest, gain the trust of the citizen of Los Santos, obviously not through any type of, intimidation, but just, I guess, street talk per se. The way that you come off, most police officers obviously come off in a professional manner, but you gotta, I'm talking in regards of slang.
I totally understand where you're coming from and how G&D operations work, sir. I definitely know what you're trying to say here. So you do have quite the compelling story and argument to push forward. However, without a superior officer present at this time, the only thing that I'm really left with to do at this time is to take your badge until a superior can either verify, at least speak with the chief of police, and what will be conducted. I have taken said measures to collect all forms of evidences from all interviews and evidence from the Bahama Mamas, as well as your statement that has been given now in this interview. And I will have a meeting with the command staff and see what the decision will be pushed forward in terms of whether or not we're going to be pressing charges, or if your story does in fact check out. If it does in fact check out, then I would definitely apologize to you on behalf of the department and myself as an officer. However, with the current events that have led to present and the available information that I have to me available now, I had to take such precautions to make sure that that nothing was being conducted illegal. But at this time, with the current evidence and information that is presented forward to me, I believe that the safest and alternative is to remove your badge at this time until we can contact you again. And yeah, go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah, that's completely fine and
understandable. You get the chance, can I talk with you real quick outside about one thing? Could help the situation a little bit.
Myself?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sure. 1 second.
And then once you get the chance, I also like to speak to you, man.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Alright, we'll be right back in like 30 seconds. It won't take long.
Yeah, sounds good.
Kenny, how long ago was this coke smoke?
Yeah, we better
How long ago was this? How long ago was this party at the Bahama Mamas?
Oh, this was earlier tonight. Everything happened tonight.
So if we took a blood sample, you don't think cocaine would be in the system still if he did snort it? We do have the equipment here to run a blood test.
True.
I'm not sure if the cocaine would still be in the system.
But the only thing we would have to... Sorry, Mr. Terry, that you have to hear this. I still have to go over the evidence that was provided forward, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying I think at this... let's just go in here at the processing room. Good God, no privacy. No, it's a very, very compelling statement. If he did, that's up to him to RP the fact that it comes back positive for cocaine, but I think he's going to say that it doesn't. He's really, really trying to portray the G&D undercover thing. However, everything that is there before me, there's so many SOPs that have been broken, it's unbelievable that even if it were correct, I think he would still be... You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I think I'm right.
Yeah, I just thought, but if he actually was smoking cocaine and he had it in his system, I thought that was probably the thought that he actually isn't in a G&D.
We can go ahead and ask him if he would be willing to submit a test.
Here's the thing, I don't know how long cocaine stays in the blood. If that was this morning, it's about, what, 12 hours ago? I don't know if it's still going to be in there.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's been a quote-unquote a few days probably within the cycle. Oh boy, man, this is the most stressful thing I've ever done. Like, I didn't even want to stay up this late. I'm like, oh my god. Fuck. I always be prepared for anything, and like, bro, like, this is probably the most intense thing I think I've ever had to fucking do.
I agree with you, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to take notes and keep up.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
So, I'm looking on my Google eyeglass, because I'm not that informed, that apparently in urine samples, drugs take up to 6 weeks. They can stay in there.
Yeah, no, that's about right.
We have a pretty good case that
we
needs
do.
cocaine in it.
Yep. We would have to request medical. No, we could have the kits and we could send it off to the medical department. And
no, we can get Med 33 down here to see a paramedic, get a urine sample, see if cocaine's still in the system, or any other party drugs.
That's probably better too.
If it comes back with more than just cocaine, there's not a coincidence he's doing cocaine, weed, LSD, you know, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
He could probably be partying out.
10-4. All right. We'll go back up. We'll see if Med 33 will respond.
10-4.
Sound resumed.
Med 33, are you 10-8?
Negative. I'm currently going to a call right now.
10-4. Can you 19 to Mission Row Police Department when able for priority? Or after
I'll 10-19. I'll 10-19. I'll 10-19 now.
10-4.
214 dispatch. Show me code 4 of the last 1017. Be 10-8.
All right, sir. We just have one more thing to conduct before
Will the other gentleman be down in the holding cells?
he's just downstairs there. If you as
hey, excuse me.
Did any of you guys conduct the interview for him yet?
Hacha.
Anyway.
Negative.
276. Can you conduct the interview for that? I'll come join you in a moment. All right, sir. We just have one more thing for you to like conduct, and that's going to be a urine test. That way, if in fact you have consumed any form of drugs, it will show up in that test. We'll have a Med 33 rendezvous here at the station to conduct the test.
Yep.
Alright, do you have any questions or comments or concerns thus far?
I mean, yes, professionally speaking, I feel like administrative leave without pay.
Yo.
Take into consideration.
Yo.
Hey, you there, bud, Nate?
Hey, what's up?
No, I'm talking to Nate. I don't think he's in his head, if you know what I'm saying.
I can't hear him if he's saying something.
You probably got to get a little closer to him because I think he's
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, my bad.
Yep.
Hey, my boy Scott, he needs help. Remember the club? He's down there. He hit his head.
Down to do your
He needs your help.
Yeah, man. I'm down. Like
Alright,
fucking.
Alright.
I ain't got nothing to worry about, dog.
350, 311 direct.
Send it. Just give me a second.
You available for kind of a talk to you?
Yeah,
So,
10-4. Just give me 2 mics.
no problem.
You wanna know what's a good old trick on the book?
What's that?
You get tobacco and you roll it into a blunt.
Alright.
Well, not necessarily it's not necessarily.
Alright, Med 33 is that, 23.
Gives you the
10-4. We're gonna be in the interview room at the police department. Tyler Jones, police sergeant, will escort you.
Oh, but did you hear what I said anyways? In regards of administrative leave without pay?
I did hear. Unfortunately, that's not. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen at this time. But like I said, it's going to have to wait for a supervisor to oversee this information and make a decision.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, as it is, as you know, obviously, it's a serious allegations that have been put forward, and
yes, it is a serious allegation.
And I don't think a single person should make a decision on this, as I'm not even comfortable making a single decision on this. So I think it's fair, and I think it's fair to you to have. Yep.
I got it. Like the information that I have, it's obviously gonna point out. I mean, fucking, there's a reason why I got tattoos all over my body. Like, I'm just not gonna get tatted up like this. Especially, like, I'm surprised that the department doesn't even have tattoo policies.
214
but anyway, especially getting a tattoo on my
with a
neck.
green Charger.
I understand.
We're not gonna get into that.
Westbound Vespucci Boulevard. Occupied 110.
Alright, so we'll, I think before we finish up, we'll have the urine test conducted, and then we'll go ahead, and unfortunately we'll have you turn in your badge and your service pistol, and which we already have, and then we'll go from there.
That's fine, man.
How you doing, Ricky?
Not bad.
Alright, we need you to, we have to conduct a urine test here with the officer. So we'll go ahead and go to the washroom facilities where he can go ahead and conduct such test. Or we'll give him some alone time in here to do so. If you have one of those things in your kit there in your bag.
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, and to
I mean, I gotta get uncuffed, because I can't unzip my pants and just pull it out like that.
Just bear with me. You understand that we will have to be present due to the fact that we can't have you tampering with the urine sample.
Yeah, man, that's fine. If you guys wanna look, that's that's all good with me.
Yeah, just letting you know that
back to fucking cadet training all over again.
Alright, there you go, sir.
214 dispatch, show me 10-8, back up to 1038.
Alright, here's the little cup.
I'm gonna need a bigger cup, dog.
I just hold back a little bit.
I'm just giving you a hard
We
time.
only need a little bit, sir. We don't need the whole.
I mean, if you're gonna let it leak, he's gonna let the whole thing leak. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, Kennedy, you're just gonna stare at him.
You know, unfortunately, it's a
You give him
terrible
some
job,
privacy.
but someone has to make sure that the evidence isn't tampered with. All right, perfect, Mr. Ricky. Could you go ahead and take the urine sample?
I mean, yeah, I got gloves on, so should be safe.
Yeah. Can you go ahead and conduct the drug test in the captain's office, or if you have one of the drug tests, you could actually do it here in the presence in our presence here. Then again, we'll send off take that test result. We'll send it off and see what it comes back. It's going to take a bit to get a result. All right, Mr. Nate, if you could just turn around. I'm just going to put you back in the cuffs just till we finish this off, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. All right, Ricky, when you're finished with that test, could you go ahead and submit that to the Crusade Medical Department to get us an analysis and let us know what it comes back as?
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be a hell of a story, man.
Oh, I mean, I think this is probably one of the craziest things I've ever had to do on patrol.
One in custody. This is a discharge of firearm on an individual.
All right.
This is what we need. I talked to the chief about bringing criminal investigation division. I think that would definitely benefit the department.
Yep. All right. I appreciate everything, Ricky. Tyler, I appreciate your presence here in this situation. I'm gonna have a word here alone with Nate, and then I'll get back to you guys.
214 dispatch. Should be trying to catch up with a white BMW heading west on Integrity Way.
Yes, it has to go to Crusade Medical for further analysis. We're testing for any forms of drugs or narcotics.
All right, I will I'll drive it there right now and stuff, and I'll leave it with the doctors there.
Gonna be a 1080 heading north on Alta Street, high rate speed. White BMW.
And shit.
Alright, so pretty much like you said, as we discussed, it'll probably be administrative leave without pay at this time, and we'll have your we'll have to take in your badge. Do you have any questions for me thus far?
East on
No, I do not.
Shows north on Los Santos Freeway.
Pretty much it. I guess I'll be contacted, right?
Yeah. Do you know when you'll be coming back into the city to rendezvous?
I mean, I'm always gonna... Should be... Hold on, man. I'm trying to take this shit off.
No problem.
I mean, I'll be in the city tomorrow. You know, I gotta go, sleep right now, because this is,
yeah.
stressful shit going on.
I meant to go to sleep a while ago. Fuck.
Yeah, I feel you.
Alright.
Yeah, but I'll be,
Be advised, Lost Eyes.
I'll be in the
last
city.
seen in Vinewood Park Drive.
Tomorrow.
Alright. Alright, sir, so I will go ahead and escort you out to the front where I will take your badge, and you will be put on temporary administrative leave, okay?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. Don't worry.
Alright, I'm just going to escort you there, in which I will take these handcuffs off of you. Sorry to put you through the doors like that. And we're just gonna put your, we'll just do it right here. I'll do it in private there.
Okay.
Oh, looks like there's somebody in there too. We'll go ahead and do it in the locker room.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I lost you. There we go. Can you still see through your eyes?
Yeah.
Fucking nowhere safe in here.
I
Jeez.
can.
Okay, we'll just do it right here, okay?
Yep.
.311,
Alright, sir.
150 back despawn.
I'm just gonna ask that you also take off the uniform, of course, and put into your civilian change of clothes. Again,
yeah, another protocol.
I will take all the evidence that has been presented for me, but as well as including your statement that you have presented before me, and I'll make sure that all forms of evidence and information has been passed up, and we'll get back to you and let you know what happens and conduct an interview.
All right, man. Sounds good. Take it easy.
All right, you too.
Have a time.
User was moved out of your channel.
No, but the thing is, that guy's name.
Is that you, Robbie?
How you doing,
Oh, that's not right. Oh my God, that's the most stressful fucking thing I've ever had to do.
Sorry, I can't hear shit with that guy talking, man.
Oh, I'm on Whisper, man. It's glorified.
I'm on Whisper too, but he's so loud.
Did anyone interview the wife?
And you, you have a poster.
Yeah, we'll go to the interview room here.
It says $1,000 reward for weapons.
I just want to remind any officer that was involved with the investigation tonight that has any evidence to present forward to send to my Discordia app, as I have to do a extensive report and submit it to my superiors.
I don't know, I just found it there. I can keep the illegal weapon.
Yeah, you're GND, right?
Yes I am.
Yeah. Alright, so I've got information about the black market. The thing is, the person that gave it to me got deported from the city recently.
Right.
And I was saying if I should go check out the area that he said it was in, and if it's in there, I can take a couple pictures.
Yeah, just because he was deported doesn't mean that the information didn't come to light. You know what I mean? Like, if someone gave you information that gets sent overseas, well, that so be it. Yep. Yeah, go ahead and document that and send it to my Discordia as well. I'm fucking losing my voice. I'm ready for bed. All right, thanks, Robbie.
Go ahead and take some pictures.
10-4.
Hey, Sarge, you got some like ice or icy out or something?
Some what?
Some icy out or something. I got my legs are burning.
Yeah, this guy ran from PD all the way to Benny's for a code 99. That's a.
Oh my God.
214, 19, less than 16. Code 2.
You're like go ride with 276.
What was that last 911 call?
On a bike and leaves. I'm like, well, shit. I guess
No,
I'll
you have somebody else outside, or in your office, or
Like,
in the captain's office.
I'm pretty sure I made the right call to let him go. No.
Did you strip him of his rank?
Yes,
for
yes,
now?
I did. Yeah. I mean, if he runs and stays in hiding, I mean, then we'll have to RP and put out a warrant and catch him. But I mean, fuck, like.
I'm gonna be honest, probably not. You probably shouldn't have let him go. But you know, that's just me.
I know. I'm just thinking about that now, but I'm
Just
so
for the
fucking
fact
tired.
that now
I'm so fucking tired.
He knows who put those out for him and who's going after him at the moment, right? Like Titus and his wife need to go into witness protection at the moment. It seems.
Yep.
Till we can get higher up on and have this conversation.
That's exactly it. So let's go rendezvous with them. That's a good point. So I'm trying to cover all the bases, but this is not the easiest fucking thing.
You might want to talk to his wife. I could talk to him about it,
and
I can get you the information that he wants to switch his name to.
Okay,
214 is 23 and
Thank
less than 1068 be code 6.
Yeah, make sure.
I have one more question.
Good evening, miss.
I need to make this question out of character.
For about 10 to 15.
Who is this guy? Who is the guy that's in the department? He's so friggin' okay. I deeply apologize, miss. We had to conduct an extensive uniform. Oh my God, uniform! I'm fucking tired. Interview. I apologize to keep you waiting here. Has any officer spoken with you or met with you yet?
You because of the guy yelling in the other room.
Okay, just give me a second.
Do you guys need some police officers here?
You may want to turn your voice down.
Should I make an application?
Sir, at this moment, the police department is...
I think you guys need one, yeah. I think you guys need one, good one.
How you doing this evening?
We are extremely busy at the moment, sir. Unless you have a formal complaint or something that you wish to press forward, I'm gonna have to ask you to kindly to leave. We are in the middle of conducting extensive interviews and under a huge police investigation at this time, so our officers are rather tied up and busy. So unless you have a complaint to press forward at this time, if you don't, then I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
He did already.
What should I go? Okay, what should I go and do now? What should I do now in this server? Drugs?
What, sir?
Kill somebody? What do you want me to do as a roleplay?
I don't even know what you're talking about, sir. LARPing? Are you talking about live action roleplay or something?
Oh, people. Is there a reason there's a cadet locked in the captain's office?
He's an interesting fella, isn't he?
Okay, greatly, like I said, I greatly apologize for you being left here for so long. We're just trying to get to the bottom of the story and trying to get all the evidence that we can collected so that we can bring this up through higher chain of command. Can I get your first and last name, miss?
It's Alexis Frack.
214-311 direct.
Just give me a second. I'll send it.
Is that cop baiting? You got the 911 calls? He keeps sending messages saying, "Come find me. You're getting warmer," or shit like that.
I can't confirm which individual that isn't, but
You find him, get his ID, and we can.
10-4.
Alright, again, apologize, miss. My radio has been blowing off the hook tonight. We've had a serious, I mean, as you know, a serious situation that erupted tonight. I just want to let you know, Mr. Terry might as well come in too, as he is well aware, because we did have a personal interview earlier tonight. I just want to let you know that this is not how the Los Santos Police Department or County or any law enforcement officer conducts themselves in any form of manner. As you know that we're here to protect the citizens of Los Santos and no officer is above the law. So with that being said, I do, on behalf of the department, apologize for any inconvenience and any type of emotions that you had to go through tonight. With that being said, we do have to conduct an interview just to make sure that you're both on the same page, as well as on the same page with the department, and so that you're aware that the department is on the same page with you as well. With that being said, with the evidence and story that he has given, it's a compelling one. It is not enough. I have not had a chance to review all the evidence that has been presented before me. With that being said, we have removed him of his rank, and we have taken his badge until further police investigation. So with that being said, we're going to have to place you into protective custody. We're going to have to make sure that you have different identities, just for your safety, because we know with the actions that happened tonight that there's a potential chance that maybe he may try to, I don't want to say come after you, but he may try to pursue that further, if you understand what I'm saying.
He's definitely going to come after.
And that's why we're taking the precautions to make sure that we put you into our witness protection program, and we get you into have your identity sealed. I would recommend. Yeah, go ahead, miss.
Do I get to still stay with him?
Stay with your husband, miss?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's basically you just need to dye your hair, change your name, and don't have the same accent. Maybe switch accents or something, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it's as smart as. I mean, as far as you're willing to take it. So, like, by you two being together, he knows that you're a couple. Maybe it's not the best thing. Maybe he hangs out with a guy friend. Maybe you have a girlfriend in the city or something, and you hang out with her or something. But definitely you're going to have to change your appearance, as well as you're going to have to get your hair cut or even dyed. I would recommend using any type of thing that's going to help benefit you to keep your identity sealed and secret. However, we cannot force you to take such drastic measures. However, it is the best course of action to make sure that nothing can be used against you in order to track you down.
Right. And as far as being a lawyer, I just read on phone more people are calling. I don't feel comfortable, so I'm going to remove my services for time being.
I understand, sir.
because of what happened earlier when I walked down to cell, and yeah, that was not okay.
No, I understand
that. I trust you guys, but anyone else, it's going to be no.
No, I know.
Well, I'm gonna remove myself because I do have an active GoPro. So any other conversation that's gonna happen where they give you your name and all that, I'm gonna remove myself from that. So,
okay.
just so he can't use it in future.
Okay, 10-4.
All right, y'all have a nice night. Good to see you, Titus. Stay safe.
Yeah, under better circumstances, you too.
All right, so what I'll have you do, Mr. Terry, and I'm presuming Mrs. Terry. Is that correct, or did you keep your last name? Or
10-4. Don't go there. Your
okay.
screen's gonna go black.
I will have you message me your IDs to my Discordia app so that I can put that information on our top, obviously secret police records, which Mr. Nate no longer has access to. And I will make sure to inform the my superior chain of command of us and the current witness protection that's been put in place. It is extremely late for me. I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to have the time to finish reviewing all the evidence that has been presented for me, or have enough time to present, because this is a huge... I can honestly say I don't think we've ever had this happen in the police department before. But we are definitely taking, and I give you my word, we are taking all the right necessary steps to make sure that your safety is our top priority, and that if found guilty, Mr. Nate will be brought to the full extent of the law.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I have like dash cam from when I was in van.
Okay.
I go back and look at that, but that's the only time I have ever a camera up is while I'm in car, and if I have my phone out, I don't actually carry personal body cam.
Okay, sir. Do you two have any questions, comments, or concerns that you would like to address at this time?
So you just need our names right now and new names, correct?
Yes, we'll definitely take note of your current IDs, and then we'll also take note of well, you'll send me privately the new names that you both have selected and quote unquote registered.
214
so that we can get a hold of you.
Hello?
353, status?
Alright. I appreciate everything.
Currently 10-6.
Again, on behalf of the police department, I apologize that you both had to go through this endeavor. I want you to know that we exercised every available resource to make sure that your safety was our top priority, and I believe that we did in fact come through with that, and I have to say I'm definitely very proud of the men in blue tonight that were on duty, because they did very well.
276 to dispatch. Do we have an alien attack right now?
I feel good.
10-9?
We have an alien attack?
Possible. Alright,
so we'll work on IDs and send everything over, and then other than that, I think it's time for you to get off shift and go take a night's night.
Yes, my nanny's been calling me. I got 3 kids to wake up to, so I definitely got to get off duty.
Shit.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Alright, Mr. and Mrs., greatly appreciate your cooperation with the police department tonight, and again, I apologize for any inconvenience or stress this may have caused you.
It's completely okay. I understand, one bad apple.
Alright, thank you very much.
Right. Well, Sarge, I think I'm gonna part ways as well. It's
10-4.
Well in my head, so.
Yep, I'll definitely go ahead on top of.
I hope I performed well.
They got
yes.
36 in the front of mission row.
Go ahead and hop out there.
276.
214.
It's locked, I believe.
Looking for, I was told he's here. What? I'm being detained for asking about a guy?
20 the location request.
Investigation about what? I just wanted a lawyer. I just need a
helmet.
lawyer to have a retainer.
Sorry, go ahead, 216.
I can't ask for a lawyer to be
inside mission row.
be a retainer? Why am I being detained?
Let's just step back inside. It's too loud.
Jeez.
I have a bike. I came along on a bike.
I'm gonna grab your wrist. I'm gonna force you.
No, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Back to foot. 1070.
Most aggravating door of all time, ever. Holy fuck.
Oh shit. Was that 1013?
Feeling. Yup. The guy ran away on his bike on foot. Might have feeling. The guy pulled up on a bike, full on black clothing, black helmet. He asked if someone in the name is Titus was here. He had some business with them. I immediately knew he was trying to do something.
No eyes on him.
10-4.
I
Oh boy, this is fucking, this is serious shit, man. What, an assassination already? Are you kidding me?
That was an assassination attempt. I'm being serious.
Oh my fucking god. This is insane.
I grabbed that guy's wrist. I was gonna detain him, but he jumped away from it.
This is crazy.
Full on bag and mask. I know we have permission to search if they have that, and he's just like, yeah, someone in the name of Titus here. I have some business with them. I'm like, oh shit.
This is getting to be a bit much. You know what I'm saying? This is fucking some serious shit. You gotta make sure that they're getting themselves fucking... We'll have to let them know.
I mean, this is literally the first 2 minutes that they're in witness protection. They're in assassination attempt.
It's my bad. I almost shot him.
Alright, Mr. and Mrs., if we can have just a quick word.
I didn't do it.
Can you remove this pistol off of me?
Alright, just so that you're both aware, literally, you've been in maybe protective custody for about all of 2 minutes, and you've already had one assassination attempt. We just had a gentleman in pure black who just showed up. Yeah, he just showed up, and we're positive he asked for Mr. Terry specifically, and said he had some business to attend to.
Do you have business with someone? He said it was just about some lawyer business defense attorney. Have you talked to anyone recently about that?
Absolutely
yeah, I had
not.
a feeling he was lying. Yep, I had a feeling he was lying.
Alright.
Updates on 20.
So, I cannot express the deepest concern that I have for the both of you to make sure that you change your identities as well as your appearances. Might even recommend possibly just taking a small vacation for the night. I mean, I know a majority of the officers are getting pretty tired, and we're probably getting ready to go off duty. I know myself as one of them, and
100% in night.
214 secondary.
It's night time in city. Everyone needs to go to bed.
Be advised, he's going to take a left-hand turn.
Alright, so
onto
exercise extreme caution. If you feel threatened in any way, make sure that you contact police immediately.
Was that the 1080 with the black Senjas?
10-4. North on Alta Street.
Make him #1 priority. I'm gonna be 1019.
Yeah, sir, I tried
Try and catch him at all costs.
I tried everything, but for some reason, through their eyes, the door is shut and they can't get out.
Oh, the door shut in their eyes?
Yeah.
No, it's not shut. It's like closed halfway.
Still north on Alta Street.
Just not enough for me to get out.
Going over Capitol Boulevard.
How about now?
On Alta.
And sir,
Yeah,
the other problem
still wedged.
I was typing things in my mind. And
Turn
I
left on the Hallway
West. And it still isn't gone.
Did that work?
I surrendered.
No plate on it.
It hasn't surrendered
yet. Somehow messing with the city, you know?
Yeah, I gotta try to get on that to help them. In order to get out of the department here,
North on Los Lagunas Boulevard.
You didn't.
To maybe forcibly bring them outside.
We can cuff and drag out through the door too. That works. Or you can dance out. Oh, didn't work? Okay, hold on.
I tried to dance out.
West on Eclipse.
Hold on.
Taking a right on the Gentry Lane. West on Gentry Lane.
Shit.
Yeah, nothing's working. You can't even cuff and drag them.
Yeah, lag right now in the city. It's not even typing anything right now.
Turn left on the West Didion Drive.
I'm just gonna go
353
on a chair over there.
There is a way to do the lean. I think it's the phone.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm about to just like fall asleep.
Still on Didion Drive.
Right here, standing next to you. So.
Oh no, I got you. I mean, on top of all the reports I've got, I'm gonna make sure that I get your report done as well.
Right turn, Drive north.
Good ride, watch the off-road.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Look forward to riding with you again.
No problem. I look forward to it as well.
Good ride. This individual right here is highly dangerous. I've dealt with him about several times. He has black market weapons on him.
That's not that one.
Still west on Milton Drive. Heading off-road, off Milton Drive.
It's not that one. What the fuck is it?
He's gonna be on Marlowe Drive.
Have a good one.
User disconnected from your channel.
Hey, it did not work either. I thought for sure I could get that one.
I'm trying to get
Stay
you
on that
out.
ass, Olivia.
None of my, can you guys, I know this is out of character real quick, can you guys type up there? Is anything coming in or no?
No, this I surrendered
Come down
like 10
North
minutes
Mountwood,
ago and
Vinewood.
still hadn't
Mount Vinewood
surrendered.
Drive.
Yeah, because I forcibly brought use to me, but it's not working, so...
I can't wait to come back to city and like European city.
Take primary
and then
elevation,
face to face it again.
Yeah, no, for sure, yeah. I'll make sure that the door is unlocked, which it is, so if you do come back in, you'll be able to get back out that door.
He might not be able to get up it.
I made it.
I'm on the north side of the hill.
Keep updated 20s if you can.
He's gonna be going down the south side of it.
10-4, I got
keep
eyes
up.
on him. He's coming straight to me. West Galileo Avenue.
10-4, did he go straight down a hill?
10-4, I think he's still on it. He's slowly climbing the south end.
Do not have eyes.
I think he's still up on the hill hiding near the trees. And going on foot.
Ross is going to restart the server to get rid of the UFOs and stuff because the server's lagging at the moment.
10-4.
I'm gonna go 1042. Y'all have a great night.
Good one.
Same thing.
User
10:42.
disconnected from your channel.
I'll see y'all tomorrow or something.
10-4, have a good night, everyone.
From your channel.